Hey everyone, Scott Player here, and in this video, I want to talk about why I'm really excited for Wicked for Good, and one major aspect of that I am extremely excited for is something I've been doing recently, rewatching the Wicked movie again, as well as marathoning the Planet of the Apes movies again, and I have come to the conclusion that the story of Wicked, it tackles some of the same themes as the Planet of the Apes movies do. Some of those themes of animal cruelty or animal discrimination. Seeing how the Wicked story has these dark underlying tones and themes of what happens when animals are mistreated and that kind of thing, and how that can just be so terrible to witness, and the Apes movies, they tackle that as well. The first film in the reboot series, Rise of the Planet of the Apes, when Caesar gets thrown into that primate shelter, and there's Dodge's character, Tom Felton, Jacob Malfoy, and just the way that the apes are treated there. Animal cruelty, like that kind of stuff, is addressed in the Apes movies as well. And there's something to be said about also the flying monkeys in Wicked, because I'm pretty sure that it's the same CGI animation done as the apes are in the Apes movies, and the flying monkeys, they look like chimpanzees. And am I crazy? Because the flying monkeys in the Wicked movie, they look more like apes than they do monkeys. I know they have tails, and after what Elphaba did, giving them all wings, they look more like apes. I'm not crazy about that, am I? And there's something to be said about that, because the next film, Wicked for Good, if it continues that overarching story of animals losing the ability to speak, it makes me wonder how the flying monkeys will contribute to that story. And also, we know where the story goes, right? For the Wicked Witch of the West, the flying monkeys eventually turn against, the Wizard of Oz and work for Elphaba. So the story will feature the flying monkeys more prominently in Wicked for Good, and how they'll eventually turn and work for Elphaba. And that's another aspect of the story I'm extremely looking forward to. As a massive Planet of the Apes fan, brownie points for me with my excitement level for Wicked for Good. I already loved the first film, and I think this next one has the potential to win me over even more so than the first film did because of that, and the story of Wicked, from the original novels, I think is a very fascinating story and a character study of the Wicked Witch of the West. And it also, another thing that I was looking up, about how the Scarecrow and Tin Man come to be. The one for Tin Man, that one hit me when I was looking at. I'm not gonna explain what exactly happens in which these characters become what they are. I'm not gonna explain that because it's spoilery potentially for Wicked for Good, so I'm not gonna say any of that here. But wow, that was really interesting what I was reading there for those two characters, and how it just kind of, and also the Cowardly Lion too, and how I'm curious of how they're going to handle that as well in Wicked for Good. We'll see, because they kind of teased, they teased the baby lion, right, in the Wicked movie, and I'm curious if he'll come back in the next one, and how that overarching story of animals losing their ability to speak will factor into that. And that's where I'm the most fascinated by with Wicked for Good. And it's a musical film, so, and a lot of the songs that were in the Broadway play in the second part of the story, I know will be in Wicked for Good. So it is still very much adapting the Broadway musical including the songs from the second part of the story. So we'll be expecting that as well. And yeah, I think that's really all my thoughts here for why I'm looking a lot more forward to Wicked for Good now, after seeing the Wicked movie a couple times now, and also as a massive Planet of the Apes fan, I see the potential of the brownie points coming for me as someone who wants to see like these flying monkeys like a little bit more humanized in a way with these Wicked movies, and they look more like apes. So yeah, that's pretty much all my thoughts for Wicked for Good and why I'm excited for it. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you all next time. Peace.